November 13th, 2022. The small college town of Moscow, Idaho, was wrapped in silence. With a population of just 25,000, it was the kind of place where students felt safe, where neighbors waved to one another and doors were often left unlocked. That night, 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Zana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were simply living out another weekend in their young lives. None of them could have known that before sunrise, their names would be known around the world for the darkest of reasons. Earlier that evening, Kaylee and Madison had gone to a popular local bar, enjoying music, laughter, and drinks. Ethan and Zana spent their time at a fraternity party. It was a Saturday night in a college town. Nothing unusual, nothing suspicious. By 2 a.m., they had all returned to the house on King Road, a familiar spot that often buzzed with friends and parties. But this night, the house would fall eerily quiet. Those simple, happy moments, the kind we all take for granted, would soon become their final memories. Around the same time, something unusual began to happen. A white Hyundai Elantra was captured on neighborhood surveillance cameras, making repeated passes by the house. Investigators would later say the car circled the block at least a dozen times. Who was behind the wheel? And why did they keep coming back? At the time, no one noticed. But in hindsight, this strange, restless driving was the prelude to something unspeakable. At approximately 4 a.m., while most of the town slept, a masked figure slipped inside the house. The killer carried a large fixed-blade knife. Moving swiftly through the rooms, he attacked the victims one by one. Kaylee, Madison, Zana, Ethan, each brutally stabbed. The attack was so fast, so violent, that some of the surviving roommates in the house slept through the chaos. For nearly 8 hours after the murders, the house stood silent, holding a terrible secret within its walls. Just before noon, a call to 911 shattered the illusion of safety in Moscow. Officers entered the house and were met with a scene so horrifying that many first responders would struggle to forget it. News spread instantly across campus. Students barricaded themselves indoors. Some fled home to their families. The question on everyone's lips was the same. Who could have committed such a savage act, and why? Police quickly launched one of the most complex investigations the town had ever seen. Detectives collected DNA samples, interviewed dozens of students, and combed through endless hours of surveillance footage. But with no murder weapon found and no suspects identified, frustration began to spread. For weeks, Moscow lived in fear of a killer still on the loose. Then came the breakthrough. Surveillance footage showed the white Hyundai Elantra circling the neighborhood multiple times that night. Investigators also found a critical clue inside the victim's home, a leather knife sheath left on one of the beds. On it, they discovered DNA. At first, the match was unclear, but when cross-checked against genealogy databases and cell phone records, the pieces started coming together. The killer had made a mistake. His name, Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old PhD student studying criminology at Washington State University, just 10 miles from the crime scene. Kohberger was fascinated with the criminal mind, even running online surveys to ask ex-convicts about how they chose their victims. What no one realized was that he was allegedly planning his own crime, studying not only theories of murder, but its execution, a chilling reality. The hunter of criminal behavior had become the criminal himself. On December 30th, after weeks of coordinated surveillance, Bryan Kohberger was arrested at his family's home in Pennsylvania. He had driven cross-country with his father just days after the murders, attempting to start over. But DNA, phone records, and surveillance footage painted an undeniable picture. The nation watched as the suspect was taken into custody, the relief in Moscow palpable, but the questions far from answered. Today, Bryan Kohberger awaits trial, facing 4 counts of first-degree murder. The evidence is strong, yet many details remain shrouded in mystery. Did he act alone? What was his true motive? And could there have been more planned attacks? Families of the victims continue to seek justice, while the world watches closely. 4 lives cut short, a community forever changed. And the haunting reminder that sometimes the most dangerous monsters are hiding in plain sight.